Yes, Satya, sir, please, can you please tell us about SSD and hard disk, few things, sir?
Okay. So all of us have laptops or desktops at home. Now I think majority of us have the laptops. So if we have purchased the laptops maybe at least 2 years back, so majority of the laptops come with hard disk storage. So these are like a massive storage devices, can support up to 500 GB or 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes, depending on what configuration we buy. So the physical hard disks usually have the storage capacity, and processor tries to access the data from the hard disk. So how, if you have a big file, maybe it is an audio or video file, so it reads from the hard disk from different blocks. So I think blocks is a mechanism how the hard disk gets stored. So since there is a physical movement of a needle to read the block, so there is a certain limitation on the speed at which we can read the files. So suppose you can see if you are having a big file, when you try to open, it takes some time to load and then start. So because of the speed at which the processor can read. So now the latest trends that is happening is moving away from hard disk to SSD. So SSD is another form of device, solid state devices. So even some of the mobiles, we add an additional chip to have extra storage capacity. So it is similarly for the laptops. In markets, the prices are coming down over the last 2 years. Now the price of hard disk to SSD is around 5 times difference is there, 5x. So hard disk of usually 512 GB used to cost about 2,000. Now 512 GB of SSD is coming around 6,000 now, 6 to 7,000, depending on the brand. So you will dramatically see a 5x speed increase when you replace the hard disk with SSD. So now the challenge is how do we make a copy of the data, because a lot of data is there on the hard disk. So we have a mechanism of copying data from hard disk to SSD. So the installation includes buying a SSD. That's first step. Now you have to decide how much storage you require. So usually you can choose some optimal value, because 1 terabyte of SSD might cost little big, 18,000 or 20,000. So usually for our capacity, it might be around 500 GB is very good enough. In case if we have a lot of data, I'm sure we can segregate the data. Some are like just to archive, not on a daily use. So we can find out a backup mechanism and reduce those kind of storage. So 512 GB is very good for home purposes. So the replacement includes 2 steps. One is there are 2 types of SSD available in the market. One, it is a SATA SSD, and other one is called M.2. So M.2 is faster if you have a little high-end laptop. Probably if you have purchased in the recent times, last 2 years, I think it supports default M.2 slot. In case if it's not there, even old laptop, it is just a direct replacement of hard disk to SSD. So you remove the SSD, you remove the existing hard disk and replace the SSD. So it is as simple as that. So but of course, once we remove the hard disk, so there will not be any OS, Windows OS, or some of the applications what you have installed. So applications need to be installed, but data copy, there is a mechanism. So now from externally also, the hard disk can be connected through something called a shelf. So usually the person who is selling SSD, he will have. So the hard disk can be plugged in that, and through USB also you can copy the data at subsequent time. So recently I have done the change. SSD stands for solid state device. Okay. Yeah. So yes, so solid state device means that the data memory is there on the whole memory processor, and it needs to access the data only by address. So there is no physical movement of needle or something. So that's why it reads the very fast, depending on our process speed and the bus architecture. So most of the reading will be much faster with SSD. So maybe what differences we see as a user from hard disk to SSD. So one is it is a lightweight compared to hard disk. So probably the overall weight of laptop will reduce by a couple of grams, maybe about 60, 70 grams. And I think the second important aspect also, the power consumption of SSD is lower than hard disk. So if you are running on a battery, maybe I have to measure it, how big, but I think it will definitely increase the lifetime of the battery. Or maybe you can see the laptop sustaining for more number of minutes compared to the previous with hard disk version. So one is the data backup. So if you are choosing SSD, you go ahead and get it replaced and data can be copied. But only challenge is before you replace, please identify the list of applications we need to reinstall. So generally the vendors will provide Windows version and Microsoft Office at free of cost, or maybe 100, 200 rupees they charge. So all those application, default application plus MS Office, it can come easily. So that can be used it. Any other question we want to see?
Yes, sir. Can we have both HDD that hard disk and SSD
Okay.
also both? Can you give more details about why we should go for SSD? Layman terms, we don't know anything about SSD. Please give some few information about SSD, sir.
Sure. I think after SSD evolution has come. Why SSD? I think it's a solid state device. Moving away from the mechanical components will increase the life of any electronic device. So the trend, and of course, the key reason why people started using SSD is the speed at which the processor can access. So any application you can run very fast. So usually when you are going for a high-end laptop, the difference of cost is quite high. But if you, for a home purpose, I mean, like most of us, we don't design graphics or video editors. If you're looking for some solutions like video editing or this, you can go for high-end processor plus high-end SSD. But if you're going for general purpose, like browsers, internet, or small applications, MS Office, this just a small change of hard disk to SSD is sufficient for majority of our applications. Now the question is how many SSDs we can add. Probably I have purchased already one SSD. Maybe I want to increase the capacity. So can I add one more to increase the capacity of this SSD? I think it depends on your laptop configuration. Some of the laptops can support up to 2 SSD slots. So one, you can have physical hard disk and one more is the SSD. So that's why if you search on the any of laptops which are available in the market right now, you get both SSD plus hard disk. So hard disk can be having a capacity of 1 terabyte and SSD can be 256 GB. That is very good enough because all the boot up and applications can run on from SSD. Only the data storage where required for long term, you can put in the hard disk. So, but some old laptops doesn't support 2 slots. So it is only 1 slot. Either you can use only hard disk or only SSD. So this is a trade-off that we need to look at when we are upgrading to SSD. You can check if your laptop supports 2 slots, then I think you can directly add and just change the configuration of laptop. So there's no need of any data transfer also possible. Well, applications and boot up should be configured from SSD. That is one advantage. The second one is if you have only 1 slot and the size of the SSD, you need to decide usually how much size you use. And of course, don't go by the past. As you have seen in the past, maybe 5 years back, if you see my hard disk usage used to be a few GBs is good enough. But in the last 1 year, the number of GBs added is much higher because of the kind of mobiles we are using. Each photograph takes about 5 megabytes. So, and it's very, very easy to take selfies, or when you see something, you are taking a picture. And if you want to keep those things, I think it will definitely take a little higher capacity. So choose your SSD wisely if you have only 1 time slot. So just put another 2000 so that at least a half terabyte you can use it in the SSD. So these are the 2 parameters that we need to choose when we are selecting the SSD. So these are the about SSD and hard disk. Now, when it comes to the SSD, again, which brand to use? So there are multiple brands are available. So maybe the range of SSDs also starts from, say, for example, 2,000 rupees to 8,000 rupees for the same capacity. So for example, on the higher end, you see maybe Samsung stands on the higher side. Crucial, Kingston, Western Digital, they comes in the lower to mid range. So the difference is with regard to the speed at which you can read the data for different brands. But for the home appliance, I think we can go for some SSD, which can give us a warranty of 5 years. So I think 5 years is a very good period. So I think I went for Kingston. I think even Western Digital also is gives about 3 to 5 years with a slight difference in the cost. So I have inquired in the market. Kingston seems to be very competitive, both in the speed and price. So I have chosen Kingston, which I got it installed yesterday, and the data backup and everything is working very fine. Okay.
Thank you, Satya sir. Great information. Sir, the OS copying from hard disk to SSD, that also the vendor who does?
The OS cannot be copied from hard disk to here, but he will install and use that license. Suppose you have the license, right? So if you install anyhow, all Windows updates happens automatically.
Okay.
So it's very straightforward for Windows 10. So in case if your laptop is supporting Windows 11, after Windows 10, you can upgrade to 11.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have any question, let me know. Thank you. Thank you for giving me opportunity to share my recent experience of hard disk to SSD update.
Very nice, sir, actually. In fact, some 6 months back, I was trying to buy one laptop configuration. That time, same laptop configuration, only difference is 1 TB hard disk and 256 SSD, 256 GB SSD. So I was in dilemma which one to go for it. Both are same price. Actually, SSD one is 1,000 rupees less. Then I spoke to my computer repair person. He said that go for SSD one. But I spoke to another friend before booking. He said, see, SSD only 256 GB. That HDD 1 TB, that is so much data you can store it. So we go for STD, was telling it. Then I don't know, I did not know what to do. Then finally, I decided to go for HDD only 1 TB because so much space required. But challenge I could see is when we buy STD, graphics is very good in the sense, suppose one screen to other screen, sometimes there is a lag in the HDD because that memory is not too good actually. So, but anyway, next configuration, I wish to go for both possible. Otherwise, if I got external hard disk, if that is the case, there is no need of HDD in our laptop. So SSD is good actually. Next, if I wanted to buy anything, I am trying to go for SSD only because of memory will be good and graphics also very good actually. That's what I heard. Thank you, Satya sir, for giving information on computers, what HDD versus SSD. Thank you. I think SSD is better now, right? Suppose if anybody wanted to go for a laptop or any computer, they should have, if possible, they can have both SSD, hard disk, and SSD also, so that graphics will be good and storage capacity is good. If there is only one, if they want, SSD is better for graphics purposes.
Yeah, better and fast also. It's fast also.
Fast.
Oh, fast also. Oh, okay. Thank you.
The boot up time, right? Usually our laptops, once you power on, it takes about say 1 minute, depending on what applications are running in the background. But if with SSD, it is just 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So you will find it very fast. You can use it just like mobile. You switch on, update, and then close it. The experience is very good.
Thank you, Satyaji. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Any other question? Yeah. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Ramesh, sir.
As Satya sir said, it's really super fast. I mean, switching on will take 3 to 4 seconds. That's it. My laptop will take 4 seconds. Only thing is, startup applications, as Satya sir said, you have to keep it minimal. Once startup is done, optionally, you can start whatever you need. Then, you're starting all the applications. That if you limit, I mean, within 3 seconds, it will come up. So quick.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it depends on the processor. Now the new laptops are coming with a fast boot option. So that is like the minimal OS is already in the hard disk. So once you power on, it boots up from there. Later on, the remaining parts come from the hard disk or SSD. So I think 3 seconds is probably is elite, maybe something new configuration of laptop. But otherwise, I think less than 10 seconds, it's quite, you don't observe much. Yeah, that's true.
This is with i5. i5 it just took 1 year back.
1 year back, yeah.
Very nice, sir. Jyoti madam, Ram Singh sir, Avinash sir, any questions on the computer? Hard disk is better or SSD
Yes,
graphics,
Ram,
SSD is better? Yes, Ram Singh sir.
Ram Singh, good morning. Copy to all. Sorry, yesterday I could not attend. And Brahman sir, request if you have recording yesterday's.
Yes,
I
sir, I'll
would like
find
to
out and get the both recording, sir. Recording
Because
original one also and the Australia recording also. I'll try to get both. Yes, sir.
whatever is there, yesterday I could not attend because of this Navaratri Puja and all these things there.
Sure, sir.
I'm
Sure,
getting
sir.
delayed every day. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
4 days more, 3-4 days more.
Sure, sir. Sir, Satya sir was talking about SSD laptop. If you have any questions, please ask, sir.
And before that, he was talking about the cloud storage. That is
Yeah.
the app or what? Something else? Cloud
Satya
storage.
sir, can you please tell about cloud storage? And Ramesh sir also, Digi, can you give both of you give a little bit information about what is cloud storage, what is advantages, and what is Digi? A little bit more, sir, so that this will come today. We'll have completely IT computer knowledge, sir.
IT.
Okay.
Couple of that cloud storage said now. I mentioned that cloud storage.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to have that cloud storage, is the app or something software? What is that?
Yeah. So I think you heard about Google Cloud, right? Google Cloud or Google Drive or something. Google Drive is an application in our mobiles also.
Google Drive, I heard, is the application. I've seen that.
Yeah. So Google Drive is like additional drive. Like in our laptop, we have hard disk or SSD. Google Drive is something that is not visible to you, but it is available in an outside storage.
Yes, there is files. Some files are there. Some files goes automatically there. Yeah.
Correct. So that is called cloud storage. So we can manage our storage space. Some inside our laptop, some outside of our laptop.
Okay.
So in the past, we used to have our external hard disk, right, where we copy the data and keep it as a backup. So now, without that hard disk, you can storage in the cloud. So that is called cloud storage.
Okay.
So now we need to pay if you are using more data outside. So like Google gives, Amazon gives, Microsoft gives. So we can buy the storage. I mean, it is not physically visible, but it is available through, which can be accessible through internet.
Yes.
So that is like extending our storage solution beyond our physical space.
Okay. So suppose I am already having the Google Drive. There is no problem to, I don't have that much data.
Yeah.
There is no requirement. So I can go ahead with the drive itself. No problem.
Yeah. By default, Google Drive gives 15 GB of data free. So for example, you are uploading one by one photos. Right?
Yes.
After some time, you see that there is no space.
Okay.
So, and you want to increase one purpose is we can delete what is not required so that we create space for future photos.
Okay.
Otherwise, you want to expand the storage. So for Google also, we can pay some money per year and expand the storage.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
That is like a subscription.
I think I don't require that. Anyway, some of the drives are there. Na, A, B, C drives is there. I can put in other things there.
Yeah.
On desktop.
Yeah. Keep checking whether hard disk has life or not. So I think I will share that software. You can run on the laptop and see that whether your hard disk is healthy or not.
Okay. What is the life for the hard disk?
Usually it is 5 years is what they quote.
But,
yeah, after 8 to 10 years, definitely it will crash.
So I have finished with 2015. I have taken that laptop.
Yeah, I think it's almost at the verge. You can run that tool. It will tell you the health because maybe your usage may be limited, right?
Very less. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you can run the tool. It will find out how it is.
Okay.
It is showing some indication of weakness. Better you change it.
Okay. Now I'm facing right now that battery weakness is there. Battery is weak. He say ask change the battery. That's all. And how to check that healthiness of the hard disk?
I will share that tool name. I
Okay.
will put in our WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group. Right, sir. Very good.
I'll
So I can check it up.
yes,
I don't have that much requirement. So simple.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome, Ramesh.
Brahman sir, I'm finished. Chalo. Good. Brahman sir, are you there?
Yeah. Ramesh, you want to tell about DigiLocker? What all documents that can be shared or benefit of that?
Yeah, DigiLocker. I was trying to open the account freshly, basically to store my DL, Aadhaar, and SSC certificate, and government identification and address proof documentation, important documents. So
Yeah.
I was trying to open that yesterday. I was thinking, I mean, I already have it, but thing is, with my both existing mobile number and the Aadhaar number, it clearly said, I mean, it's not, the account doesn't exist. So I had to sign up now and create one account there. So Vasudevji also was mentioning that once we sign up, we can access it from the mobile also by installing the app, and all the documents should become handy. So one other point that we discussed is whatever we store, the documents that we store in DigiLocker is something officially, and for any checks or verifications, that will be valid documents to show. So that's what we were discussing. So I have to sign up for the DigiLocker and try out, what all I can store there. Thank you.
Yeah, when I think I want to add some details. That documents available on DigiLocker Government of India, and their government is encouraging all the universities to upload their valid certificates in the DigiLocker. So, for example, somebody is going for a visa, they need some education certificates or this one. So even the DigiLocker certificate is as authentic as the original. Because in the past, if you lose a original certificate, getting back a duplicate is very, very cumbersome. So I think with this solution, Government of India going for Digital India. So as part of that, they are promoting many of these applications going digital.
Yeah.
I think one of that, I am not very sure, even vaccine certificate also should be there.
So it is there. It is there, sir. Vaccine certificate
yeah,
also.
because that also they plan. So now national-wide, these data is centralized and it's highly secured. So I mean, we can trust on this DigiLocker. So all our education certificates, driving license, the PAN, the Aadhaar, Aadhaar, they have mobile-based Aadhaar, and the vaccine certificates. All these things are considered as equivalent to originals.
All the certificates, PAN card, your vehicle registration, your driving license, PAN card, even your gas connection register, your certificate SAB, or your vaccination certificate, everything you need in the is there. You can add as many as you can if you want. And it is authentic. It says it's from I just read the clause, certain clause of government. It says if it's authentic. Nobody can refuse to accept it on DigiLocker.
Sir.
Anji.
Sir.
Again,
regarding DigiLocker, how to go? What is the application? What?
Yeah, it's an app. It's an app. ये application है DigiLocker, DIGI Locker. आप इसको किसी भी मोबाइल फोन से या एंड्रॉइड या मैक से कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, आईफोन से तो उसमें फिर लॉगिन कीजिए, आप उसको साइन इन कीजिए, लॉगिन कीजिए, और उसमें आपको मिलेंगे ऑप्शंस। देन आप उसमें मिलेंगे कौन कौन से सर्टिफिकेट्स आप अपलोड करना चाहते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं उसमें।
नहीं, ठीक ठीक, वही जो आप लोग बोल रहे थे ना,
जी हाँ जी।
ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस, आरसी
हाँ हाँ,
बुक,
सभी मतलब कभी जरूरी नहीं हर चीज आपके पास
कार्ड,
ओरिजिनल लेके चले, आप गाड़ी के लाइसेंस या पेपर्स, जरूरी नहीं है, आप ये शो कर सकते हैं।
correct.
Also, is it
An
free, sir? Free
important
and
photograph.
supported by government?
Yeah. It is a government of India app.
It is government app,
Very
government
nice.
of India application.
Oh, very nice.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
I will do that.
Even I also not
Otherwise-
so far, and I will start doing after this. Thank you, Ramesh sir and Satya sir. Really wonderful.
Good. I was with that Brahman sir said once now that put a separate file, that name my diary. I was putting the things in my diary in WhatsApp, separate. So I can shift to the Digi locker now. That will be better. Right, sir. Good. I feel sorry for yesterday. I could not attend that. I missed that. I think Chavan sir was there.
Yes, Chavan sir
actually,
was
yes,
here, and he has played his recorded
Sure, that video.
But it was very useful. You will like it.
Last session I attended, but this was missed.
Uh,
That's why I hope I will get that recording.
yeah, Brahmamaji will provide in a couple
yes,
of
sir. I'll
days.
try to get it, sir. I think Milind sir wanted to say something. Milind sir would like to take some things, sir.
Sir,
Oh, he's
Monday,
driving. Okay, driving.
Monday I will
very
take a class or a session for the different phase of trading, sir.
Yes, sir. When, sir? When, sir?
Good.
When we can
On
take it?
Monday.
Monday.
Okay,
Monday.
sir. Oh, Monday.
Monday is storytelling.
Okay,
Monday is
Milind sir.
Tuesday. Go for Tuesday. Monday is storytelling. Go for Tuesday.
Tuesday, Ramesh sir is going to tell, sir. Ramesh sir is going to tell about his life journey Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Next Thursday, sir. Milind sir.
Thursday.
No, then later I will confirm later because it's
Okay.
it's office time.
Okay, sir.
But request is that don't change it to Monday. One day is
Monday was there, sir. Ram Singh sir storytelling. Definitely we'll fix it,
No,
sir.
sir, the thing is that I don't mind if you want to switch something with the solution, no problem. Because this Monday I won't be available. I will be traveling.
Yeah.
So
This Monday, if you're not
whatever-
available, then Milind sir will take that session, sir. Then.
please.
No
But
problem.
if you are going to organize this session on Monday, please provide me the recording later, please.
Advance booking.
Yes, please. Because if
Yeah, first few minutes we'll listen to storytelling for Ram Singh sir, one or two people.
okay,
Since you're not there, then we'll go to Milind sir. You'll take over that session on that one, sir.
yeah, please, Brahman sir. That's
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Chalo.
Thank you, Vasudeva, sir.
Thank you, Milind sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Then.
Thank
Good
you.
day.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Okay, have a nice day, everybody.
Thanks to
Thank
Satya
you.
sir, Ramesh
Thank
sir, for getting a
Thank
lot of
you.
information. Really nice.
Thank
So,
you.
what is sir? You have to end the session, sir. You are the host. Please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.